waking up as an Australian and then going to bed that day as an American.
Nick Adams went through the legal immigration system. Yes, legal immigration system, calling it one of the greatest moments of his life. And he joins us now to share his story. Nick is a Republican strategist and the founder of Foundation for Liberty and American Greatness. So, Nick, tell us why you wanted to become an American and give us a little background about how it happened.
Well, Bob, thank you very much for having me on. Look, all of my life I was attracted to the United States of America. It was a very long process to immigrate here. It took me 4.5 years. It cost me lots and lots of money. But if I had my time again, I'd do it all over again. I had to wait 5 years after immigrating here because that's the law according to my extraordinary ability green card, otherwise known as the Einstein visa. I had to wait 5 years from the day that I arrived. So that was July the 29th of 2016. July 29, 2021 is when I became eligible for citizenship. I submitted my application, and on the 20th of December 2020, in a day that I'll never ever forget, I became an American citizen.
Yeah, Nick, we've followed your story. We've spoken with you plenty of times. What was the very first thing that you wanted to do?
Well, Heather, when I came to the United States, I wanted to be free. I wanted to live life. I wanted to hunt down every opportunity. I wanted to blaze a trail, leave a legacy, do things that I felt that I could only do here. And so when I came, I kind of landed with both feet and sprinted as quickly as I possibly could towards everything that I'd ever dreamed of. And America was even better than what I had imagined that it would be. I know that it's got lots of problems, particularly right now, but I still wake up every single morning and kiss the ground.
And what do you tell your friends in Australia as to why America is such a great place?
Well, Bob, look, I think the evidence of what I've managed to achieve here and the level of happiness that I've enjoyed kind of speaks for itself. I think that all of my friends can see that I'm a much happier person over here, and the things that I've been able to do wouldn't have been possible in Australia or, for that matter, any other country. I think that it's pretty clear to anybody that really sits down and analyses the culture that exists here in the United States that the founding principles of America make it a fundamentally different place. That's where American exceptionalism began, and that's why to this day you have stories like mine where you can come here, you can become a multiple best-selling author, a presidential appointee, have a relationship with the President of the United States, and all of this within 3 or 4 years of immigrating. That's pretty special.
And do it the right way. Yeah, a legal immigrant.
Legal immigrant, yes. Had to dot every I, cross every T. Like I say, it took a long time. Just to come here, I needed 6 vaccinations. I needed to have a police check. I needed to carry a CD-ROM that proved that I didn't have tuberculosis. There are a lot of things involved with coming to the United States of America legally.
And you have to take a test, don't you? We've got about 20 seconds. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was that test?
Look, for me, it wasn't that hard, but I tell you what, there's a lot of Americans that would struggle. There's a lot of questions there.
Yes.
But I don't think people would know.
Yeah, so that's what I think. A lot of it. We should give it to everybody.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, we should.
Before you vote, you should know how the country works. Nick Adams, thank you.
Graduate high school.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
There's an idea. Let's go back and making it required. Nick Adams, thank you so much, and welcome to the country, and thank you for all your hard work.
Yeah. You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest-growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them. Tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.